One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Golden Flashes will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Colorado's offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
It's complete to the left. Gets it to the 42. Line, and that's a first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to run it. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Quick release by the QB. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
Wants to throw again. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Using his legs, it's Bellamy. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. Timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up first.
Touchdown, Buffaloes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Really wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12. scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Kent State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game record. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. You count up those explosive plays. And you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. On that last one, it's 2nd and 11. Tight end now in motion. Wilson to pass. Swings it out to the flat. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the golden flashes are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. The golden... come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Finds his target down the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him and get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the 1st quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They got off to a flying start, a touchdown on that opening drive, and now an opportunity to build on this lead. Looking downfield on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his 1st incompletion of the game.
Wide open downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. 1st down, 10 yards to go. the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Now, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He's bringing it out. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your...
Lost one deep down the right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it. It's second down coming.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. And the Golden Flashes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Wilson will throw. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
The Golden Flashes are flying down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Flashes line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Finds a little space. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now on second down. Wilson to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Stepping to the right. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now up front.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. That brings them to within one.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. That's caught. It's Bellamy. Bulldozes his way through. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Corners are walked up tight. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. They take a 4-point lead here in the 2nd.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Wilson will throw. Looking down the middle. It's picked off. That's number 10. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. So they'll send out the field goal unit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Buffaloes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wilson to pass. It's complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And the Golden Flashes are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Rush is on him. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Golden Flashes line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. A little screen to the running back. Runs through the tackle. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. And the Buffaloes can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Snagged out of the air. At the 35, he's loose. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great place to start for this offense. Handoff to the single running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Buffaloes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, Dave.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on 4th down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite and you're a little bit flat and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, the running back has it. He's in open space downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing.
Turning it on. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit.
22 Spider.
Wilson will throw. Under fire. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Terrific job not just settling for the negative play and getting it to the running back.
Yeah, and you're supposed to go through your progressions, and you're obviously wanting to attack down the field and make a big play, but a lot of times when you dump it off to the running back, he can make something happen. And you're right, get something positive out of it instead of taking a sack.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Harris. There he goes. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. And the Golden Flashes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Wilson to pass. Got his man quickly. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Golden Flashes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back on the move. Across the 25, he's got room. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kent State! These two teams just trading body shots and haymakers.
And we talked about it all week. These two teams, just great teams going at it. Who's going to make the plays late? Who's not going to make the plays? But we knew this was going to be a huge battle because these teams are so good and so evenly matched.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida State. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. After that last completion, it's second down. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. Go down the field, get me in field goal range.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary in the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
Wilson will throw. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute. He'll take a knee as a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Touchdown. Golden Flashes. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Well, you don't see this very often. A defensive lineman getting the pick six. What an individual effort to get his hands on the football. How about that athleticism? And then take it to the house.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
16.
Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's got it on the move. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. From the gun, looking for a man. Oh, so close to the touchdown there, but the catch was pulled in out of bounds. It's incomplete. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. He wants it all. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see.